Hello and welcome back to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and talking about them and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Marvel The Infinity Saga I Am Groot buildable figure. This is set number 76217. It has 476 pieces, and I paid $55 for this set. I will talk more about the price and the value towards the end of this video, so I'm just going to dive in and start talking about what's all included here, what I liked, what I didn't like, and maybe some more. So the first thing we can look at is that this set does come with one of these kind of UCS or Ultimate Collector Series style display placards. Says the Infinity Saga. We've got Baby Groot kind of in the back, and then we get a ton of specifications about Groot, like Groot's height, weight, species, abilities, homeworld, and age. Of course, they all say, I am Groot. Very cute, very fitting. That's funny, that's nice. Especially if you have this next to other display things like, I'm just going to grab this here because it's close. The Optimus Prime one has actually a bunch of stats about Optimus Prime, and same for the DeLorean, and same for the BD-1, and same for Yoda, and different stuff on the XL-15 or whatever the Lightyear one was. So if people are looking at those to actually see something specific and then come over to this one and it's just all, I am Groot, I think that's funny. This is a large sticker on a ramp piece, which I would like these to be prints, but I think actually some of the new Star Wars ones are prints. But for this one and for many of the other ones I've done, these display placards have been stickers, but that's nice. Then one of the first things you build, or the first things you build, is this cassette tape, which I know like some people really, really loved. Some people thought this was such a great inclusion. I'm a little colder on it than some people. But this is a Brit-Bilk cassette tape, and it is almost, I mean, as far as I remember, a pretty good like 1-to-1 scale of a cassette. This feels very, very close and similar. Even the thickness feels very close to what a cassette tape used to be. We get little tires in there to indicate the wheels that would spin the tape. Nice brick building things. Some of the striping on the side here is done with plates. Some of the striping is done with stickers. While we talk about stickers, this Awesome Mix Volume 1 is a sticker. This detail down here on this black tile is a sticker. If we flip it over to the back, we see we have another sticker for Awesome Mix Volume 2. More of these striped stickers on the side on those white bricks, and another sticker down here. So depending on how you want to display this or what you want to do, you can have Awesome Mix Volume 1, Awesome Mix Volume 2, and if you want either it to display with this grayish blue, light blue gray tile here covering up the wheels, or you want to look more at the windowed elements where you can see the wheels, it's easy enough to pop off the stickered element and switch it around so that it can display whatever mix you want depending on which kind of cassette center thing here you want to be the display side. So it's a neat little build. The scale's really, really nice. Some people think it's a really good inclusion. I could go without it. Doesn't add a ton to me, but I think there are people out there that this does add a lot. So that's cool for them. And then we can talk about kind of the main model for this set, and that is the Groot figure here. So Groot is about 10 inches tall at the end of the day when it is stood up. Groot is highly posable. In fact, I think that's kind of one of the things that is in the official marketing materials for Lego. They call it like a play and display Groot. They called it articulated alien. It's easy to position the adorable Groot into cool dance poses, just like in Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie. So they are saying that this can be played with or displayed. I'm sure it could be played with in the same way other buildable figures can be. I thought of it more of as a display piece, but they do say it's the articulated alien and can get in all these different poses, and so I'll talk a little bit about that. At the feet, we got them on a ball joint with the axle through the ball there, which means we can not move it too much side to side. A lot of movement back and forth. Both of these are kind of the same. Moving up to the hips, another ball joint with the axle through, so not much side to side or rotating ability here, but can move back and forth a good amount there. The waist here, or the hips, is just can rotate all the way around if you like, which can help with balance and some other stuff. The arms, we have several ball joints here. Up at the shoulder, we have a ball joint, elbow, and wrist, and then all of the fingers can be posed or articulated independently. So there's a lot of positions that this arm or these arms can get into, and both arms have the same points of articulation there. Up at the head, Groot's head can move a little bit side to side, a little bit front to back, and kind of tilt and lean forward and backward as well. I will pop this off just to see this. It's on a ball joint with a long axle coming up. This piece at the back does limit a bit of its mobility there, but it does make it more stable, I believe. So that pops in there, and I lost a leaf, and I'm actually not sure where from. Where are you, leaf? We'll go here. And me putting on that leaf can bring me to kind of one of the things I really liked about this. It feels very organic and natural. The build is not symmetrical at all left to right, which I think is great. It makes it feel like it has more life, feels more organic, and I really appreciate that. So if we look at the torso, that's what you build in the first bag, is all of the torso. Even here on the front, we can see like a lot of great angles are achieved, a lot of great part usage to get the overall shape here. We have some dark tans, some medium nougat in there for the colors. But even here on the front and this chest area, it's not symmetrical left or right, which is really, really nice. The arms are not built the exact same way. They are close. They are, I would say, similar because their core structure is the same with these ball joints. But like over here, we have these kind of rounded tiles, and this one has a tile and a sticker. But over here, this one has the leaf element too, but this one has a sticker and one of those slopes, and this one has a vine and a leaf instead of a sticker like this one. And then the hands are pretty much the same, but this thumb even has an extra little sprig coming out of it, which is just some small details that really add a lot for me to make this feel more unique and more lifelike, and it breaks up the building process, not doing the same thing over and over. Even on the legs, the feet are pretty much identical, but because you put them on the same way, it's not mirrored left to right, which I think is really cool that they're not mirrored. Then these pieces at the upper leg are actually the exact same, but you put them on in different orientations. So like the front of this one is the same as the back of this one, and vice versa for the other one, which is really cool, and just adds more to that organic feeling. And then the head, Most of the pieces in this model, I think, are in this head. It is thick, it is round, it is heavy. So this whole model is a bit top heavy here. The circle and the general shaping is achieved really well using a variety of building techniques, like some studs on the side, but also using different clips and bar elements and folding parts, like moving parts one way and then moving them back to close some gaps. And all in all, I think like these gaps don't bother me at all for the kind of angles that are achieved in here and for the overall shaping of the head. Like I'm so not bothered by any of those, which in other sets I might, but like here, it looks great. I think it achieves the shape. Like this is a hard shape to do. It's not quite a circle. It's not quite an oval. It's not like octagonal necessarily. It's sort of like a squished oval maybe, but here it's a unique shape that I think is achieved really, really well. And I think part of the reason why it works so well is also because of the natural nature of everything, but how asymmetric things are, how different things are. So there's different piece usages, different heights, things are attached maybe in different ways sometimes, and that makes it like way more forgiving for me. So I think this head is very, very well built. Some cool pieces in here. This is like a mud guard. These are kind of different mud guards, I would say, or wheel well type elements. This is the mouth is that one too. These eyes are printed shield pieces. Those are really the only printed pieces. We do have a considerable amount of stickers. I talked about the ones on the cassette. We also have all of these kind of like wood grain stickers throughout. I would have liked some of those to be printed, maybe like this slope up here and the ones on the back and maybe the ones on the back of the hand. I would have liked those to have been printed, but that's okay. As far as the color matching goes, I think these stickers match pretty damn well, depending on the lighting. This one you can kind of see, but like this one looks almost like it could be a print, and I see almost no difference there. That I think sometimes the sticker backing versus the brick color can be a little bit off, and I think for this dark tan, they did a pretty darn good job, which is nice. I still wish there were more prints and less stickers. These stickers are pretty forgiving. I would assume that they could be put on in any orientation as long as they're on the right piece, and they would feel right. So if this one was flipped, it probably would still feel natural or organic and fine and match the overall theme. But I did put these stickers on as per the instructions and the orientation that was in the official stuff. We get another sticker on the back and even some extra details there. So that's really cool. Now I'm going to talk about the posability because they do market that a little bit. And for me to do that, I'm going to flip my camera around so you may better see it. And we'll try to get this all in there. So if I can get my focus. So Groot can stand on its own, which is good, I would say. It's pretty important to have that be possible for something that they're marketing it as being that way. So that's good. Is sturdy enough. It is top heavy. This head is a lot, so it can be top heavy, but there is some ways to get it into some different action poses with maybe one leg forward and arms doing different stuff, and it can be stable or relatively stable like that, which is good. I really worked hard to try to get it into some of the dancing poses that it advertised, which means for me kind of on one leg because it's on the box. So here we can see this left leg is elevated off of my desk here, and it is standing there. It wouldn't stay there very long if I shook the desk or bumped it or anything else. So it's not crazy stable, but it can be done. It's just I don't know how long it would stay there. So Groot does have a lot of poses you could get it into, and then maybe that helps for play, maybe that helps for display. I don't know. Kind of the dancing poses are even better if you kind of have this one a little more lower to the ground. Maybe even the back of the foot piece here can still be resting, but still have the foot forward. I believe you could theoretically put something in Groot's arms based on how much articulation the arms and the hands have. I don't know if it's strong enough to hold that up. It looks like it is. If you, for whatever reason, wanted to display Groot holding this cassette tape, that is doable. And I think that's a nice way to try to integrate the side build into the main build here. So if someone desired, they could do that. I think it blocks a little bit of some of what's really cool about Groot. So I don't know if I would like that necessarily, but it is nice that it's an option. So there are a lot of poses that can be found with this set, which is good, especially if they're going to advertise it that way. I will show you the extra pieces here. Pretty standard amount of extra pieces. Nothing too crazy special. We have 2 extra of the flexible whips, extra like dark pink studs, some extra dark tan, medium nougat, leaf or like sprig element, an extra tire from the cassette. Pretty normal. And with all that looked at, I just want to take a minute to talk about the price and the value. I thought the build experience was pretty cool. I don't care for this that much. The cassette, it's fine. It could be nice, but I don't like that maybe eating into the price count, or sorry, rather the piece count, or it doesn't add like that much to me as a side build that I think I would rather have maybe these pieces used in some other way in this figure, or take this out of there, make this set cheaper. Now, I think this set should be cheaper anyway, but the build was really fun for me, and I value that a lot, and I think this has good display value. There's some good size, there's some good visual weight, and so I'm excited to have this pose next to some other Marvel display sets like the Infinity Gauntlet display. Maybe this could go really well next to the most recent Star-Lord helmet display thing that came out, and I think if you had that Star-Lord helmet, having this awesome mix volume cassette tape would sit really nicely next to that, and maybe this Groot figurine would too. So I like that. It could have play value for people that want to use this as kind of a buildable action figure. There could be some play to be had, which is good. Like I say, I like the build experience of the head a lot. Body is good. Wasn't terribly complicated, but it's not very repetitive, which I find very, very nice. So $55 for 476 pieces. I have seen this on sale. I did not buy this on sale. I bought this for $55. If I found this on sale for $44 or for $40, I think that's a good spot for this to be in. I think that's a good makes this set like a good value and makes it feel like I really got my money's worth. At $55, I'm left a little disappointed. I think that's a little too expensive for what you end up getting. Not only is it not so great for the price for piece ratio, which I don't always care about, there are a lot of little pieces in here. A lot of them are the same color. I don't know if there were any recolors for any pieces specifically. There may be. If you know of any recolors that were specifically for this, please let me know in the comments. But I'm not aware of anything specific that was recolored for this set. So I can't exactly imagine why the price was at such a premium for this. I get the Marvel licensing fine, but and maybe if it's it's rated at 10 plus, but maybe because it's more of a display set, it's aimed more towards an adult audience. I'm not sure. 55 just seems a little bit steep for me. I think at 40, it's a good buy, and I would like to. I would be much happier building this, buying this, having this if I paid $40 than $55. As is, I enjoyed it. I like Lego. The set's fine. There's a lot of good stuff here. It's just not perfect, and I think it's overpriced. But I still like it. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like any of the content on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I will be doing in the future, including some more Lego Marvel Infinity Saga stuff. I have the Infinity Gauntlet display that I will review at some point, and I'll have other things in the future, so subscribe so you can stay in the loop for all of that. And until then, thanks. Bye.